Okay, because I had enough ammo of talking points to get into this. Let's also get into, I probably need to have a bigger roundtable discussion about this topic eventually, but for now, let's go and get into this. Okay, the best way to title this, phrase this: women beating on men, women hitting on men, and I mean physically abusing men. Ladies and gentlemen, definitely a very, very touchy topic for some out there, if not many out there. Here's the thing: call me an idiot if you want, because like I really want to be honest with this. Call me an idiot if you want, but because of my vast love and respect for women, I believe all women are perfect. Judge me as you please. Topic or the problem with me saying that about I believe that all women are perfect because of my love and respect for them. It makes me look very much, dare I say, ignorant, and or you haven't been around enough women, Nate, in enough cities, enough states, and enough countries. You could probably dare say I haven't, because I haven't. I've been in a few other states, a few other cities around this great American dream of a country, but I've not been everywhere. God bless the United States of America. I've not been everywhere, but I've been quite a few places. Um, and with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what's it called? With that being said, let me think about what I'm trying to say. With that being said, yeah, when you watch some of these TV shows, some of these movies, and etc., documentaries and more, some of these women are just as batshit crazy as the men are. Yeah, I just said that. Trust me, I kind of want to stop myself from saying that full word, but hey, you don't hear me curse often, so take that one for a chance. A lot of women are just as crazy as the men are. That's what that is. They are just as crazy, if not more crazy, more delusional, more all these different words I can name than the men are. And the evidence keeps on proving it each and every day. Literally. Someone tell me, and especially in God Bless Women's Empowerment, I am a women's empowerment young man. So shout out Bless Women's Empowerment, but somebody tell me how in God's name you, certain women can claim to want to be compared equal to a man, but yet you think you can beat on a man and then want to, holler police, police when he strikes back at you. Guys, girls, it's not to me, or it's not for me to say that, well, I'll never agree with this because, violence against women is never right. But I want you to understand the equation I just put it in. Now, I do believe with certain things, if not most things or all things, women definitely should be considered equal to a man. Some things, if not most things, if not all things, depending on which way you want to divvy that up. But I'm definitely going to tell you this. The one thing that a woman should never do is try to beat on a man and not expect to eventually get hit, depending on which man it is. I mean, I definitely know for myself, like I said, I'll probably have to personally cuff my hands behind my back because sometimes my reflexes kick in, and it's not me intentionally trying to harm you. It's just my reflexes kick in. So I might have to intentionally, cuff my hands behind my back. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, put that into perception, put that into, quotation, put that into an equation. Women out there, you gotta be more respectful towards men, and men gotta be more respectful towards women. Putting your hands abusively on one another is not gonna work. It's not gonna help. It's only gonna drive this culture further and further away from God and Jesus. And that's what it is. And women, I'm telling you this as a young man of God. Again, forgive me if you do not agree with this, but I think it's as basic as it comes. You cannot claim to want to be equal to a man in any type of way, if not most types of ways. Thinking that, if you try to physically abuse a man, that they don't have any right to at least push you away from them. That's the nicest thing they can do. If they're going to put their hands on you to defend themselves, push you away. Because they don't want to harm you physically of slapping, punching, kicking, beating down, whatever. That's the most I'll do. If I don't just walk away, run away, I'll just lightly try to push you away because I don't want to hurt you any further than that. That's not even really hurting. That is just saying, please get the up off me before this goes even worse. Because you know I'm not the type of person to want to physically harm or abuse you. But you cannot think that you as a woman, especially knowing body mass and strength and whatever else, you cannot think for 1 second that you can just beat up on a man and they can't do anything back. If you want to be quote unquote equal to a man, you can't. Now, some men, no matter what you do, they won't do a darn thing. They'll just take the abuse and let that be that. Because dare I say, they don't want to be known as a woman beater, even if they do just push or whatever the case is, which makes sense. Whichever way you handle it as a man, just handle it sane, appropriately, and clean. Whichever way you handle it. But women, you need to get a nerve about yourself. Get a conscience about yourself. You're not right for being a man beater, just like men are not right for being women beaters. You need to understand that now, today, to create a cleaner, better tomorrow for your children, for your families, for the society and culture as a whole. You need to. Again, and yes, I come from the background where my love and respect for all women, and I guess I might just meet the right ones. Like for the most part, like The Weeknd say, when he said, I always get them to stay. For some reason, I always always get them to stay, or they always want to stay. I forgot what song he said it in his song called "Rockin'" off his Starboy album. I can't really tell you what the particular line is, but he said, I always get them to want to stay. For some reason, and so on. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I really want everybody to understand this, at least with my understanding of the problems, situations and issues, at least with the women I've been around, I haven't really been around many who are physically abusive towards anybody else, but I can rest assure you, through my love and respect of them, I believe that many times women are absolutely perfect. But I can rest assure you that is definitely not the reality in 2019 if I open my eyes bigger. Why do I think that? Because again, do your research like I've done my research, especially on investigation discovery. Do your research on that and Oxygen and other crime channels, networks, and etc. You're going to see a lot of women are just as batshit crazy as the men are, if not more batshit crazy and devious, and they're going to do God knows whatever they want to do, to get their way, be manipulative, and cause a lot of hell, damage, and destruction. Women, you gotta know your rights, know your limits, know your boundaries. Men, you gotta do the same thing. You gotta start somewhere if you want true equality, true realism, true respect, and honor and integrity in your life. You can't just go off thinking that you're right for being a bigot all the time. If you do that, you are setting yourself up for failure and disaster all the time. That's just what that is. Again, I love women very, very much. I'm a women and women's empowerment advocate. I'm over here trying to create these women's empowerment brands left and right for women, to help them feel strong, confident, and empowered through the clothes, shoes, and accessories which they wear. I'm over here trying to create, movements and businesses to help honor and employ women. Create what's the other word? Something else, I forgot what the word is. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of things to try to, and also making a lot of songs for women's empowerment. That's what I'm trying to do, make a lot of songs as well for women's empowerment. So I'm trying to do a lot of things to help, and strengthen and employ and encourage and honor women. But I want women to understand this, that you're not right for being a man beater. You're not right for thinking that you're wrong. You're not right for being wrong. You're not right for doing all these garbage things. You're gonna find yourself, if not in handcuffs, you're gonna find yourself buried in that ground sooner than you think, thinking that you can get away with being a man beater. Because some of these men will kill you, and you know that. Depending on where you come from, some of these men will absolutely murder you, kill you, and you know that. So unless you're willing to put your life down on the line for one silly mistake, you better keep your hands off the man in the abusive ways in which you lay your hands on them to begin with. That's just me giving you my advice. There's a lot more pieces of dialogue and intellect to add to that, but I don't think I'm the person to do it, or at least not right now. I'm not the person to do it. But as well, to add to that, ladies and gentlemen, I've read a lot of reports about a lot of husbands not only killing their wives, killing their girlfriends, but a lot of husbands killing their families. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why mental health is such a big part of our daily lives. You know, we have got to have more mental health than this, more mental health awareness, that is. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is horrible. This is what happens when you let the devil, I think personally, let the devil come in and confuse you about all responsibility, morals, and etc. This is what happens. Because when you let that happen, you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is just what happens. When you let the devil come in and control all your thoughts, your emotions, and whatever else, these are the type of things that happen, ladies and gentlemen. These are the type of things that happen. You know, you have a lot of deadbeat, cowardly men throwing these tantrums. I won't say tantrums, but a lot of these cowardly men killing their wives, killing their daughters, killing their families, or even abusing their wives, their daughters, and their families. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very profoundly stunned, and I'm profoundly just like, I want to say flabbergasted or disturbed and disgusted with how many ways a man can continuously, not even how many ways a man can continuously cause all this harm and damage, but why they're continuously causing all this harm and damage. Because this is what I mean when I say this is what happens when the collapse of the church has come about in our society, the collapse of real fatherhood and manhood, and definitely the collapse of mental health awareness. We need more mental health awareness, and that's one of the top things you're going to see me definitely be a huge advocate for in the future. You know, really right now, but I'm going to start doing more things about it in the future. Mental health, ladies and gentlemen. Mental health. And I want to talk to so many kids, parents, families about mental health. Because I'm not saying I'm the most sane person, because I'm not. But I'm telling you, I got to start somewhere with becoming more mentally sane. I got to start somewhere with acknowledging that I might have these disorders. I might have these issues. I might have these whatever. I got to start somewhere with my mental health to help other people with their mental health. And that's just what this is, because you can't keep lying to yourself and pretending to yourself your mental health is more stable and sturdy when it's absolutely morally corrupt and fraudulent. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that. That's why you have as many daughters or as many women killing the men and their families, and the same thing with the men, killing their families and abusing their daughters and grandkids, and the cycle list goes on and on. That's why you got as much of that as you have, because people just don't have any morals, honor code. I mean, dare I say again, they're lost in their sin. They love their sin, and they look at everything that's wrong as right, everything right is wrong. And then they get mad at the system for booking them for it later on. Mental health awareness, ladies and gentlemen. Get on that trend. We need more mental health awareness. Because I'm telling you, God is definitely looking down on this planet right now. And he's ashamed at what we've become. He's absolutely ashamed at what we've become. He knows we're better than this. He believes in us more than this. But we've let him down tremendously because of our inability to get out of our own egos, our own pride, double standards, and do something different and more. And a few other things, but definitely those things. Because of our inability to get out of our own heads and do something more. Do something different. Do something more. Dare I say grandiose. And etc. So, 1350 in this video. I love you all. Thank you all for watching, viewing, subscribing. I don't think I have anything else to say in this video. But again, I love women so much. Women, you are just, you know, I want to say all of you are beautiful, but a lot of you are just batshit crazy, and you need a lot of mental health awareness. But other than that, women, you're so beautiful. You're so lovely. I mean, you know, and I got a lot of songs honoring you all for just God first, everything you do to help your families, everything you do to help men and help your kids, and just continuously contribute and grow with this society in the most God first, mature way. A lot of women are good women, a lot of men are good men, a lot of kids are good kids. Just got to know where to find them, how to work with them, learn, build, and grow with them in Christ's name. So, more coming soon. Your boy, man, NJ to the city. Yeah, I don't know what I'll title this video, but we'll see. I know it's a really good video, and I know I cursed that twice in here, but hey, you know, take it as a bone. I barely curse in these videos, and even barely, well, don't curse in my music really, so take it as a bone. You're not going to hear much of it. Take care. Love you.